You know, there are 50 states in America, but Kentucky was actually the 15th established state. We are at this beautiful new exhibit. It is called the Revolution to Statehood, and we are joined by the Director of Historical Resources. We've got Jonathan with us today. And Jonathan, this might be the most beautiful exhibit because,
thank you.
I mean, you just kind of browse around through it. There's so many art on display. I love the quotes that you've kind of placed around. So you really took a lot of detailed time in this exhibit. Just opened about a month ago. So what can people experience in this one particularly?
Gosh, in this space, what we wanted to provide people with is an overview of the founding of Kentucky, at least the founding that we associate with the founding of the country. So the goals for this project were really to share some great stories, share some great objects that we don't always get to have on display, and also to celebrate America's 250th birthday.
I know, which is a really big deal. That's the whole reason why you wanted to put this together. So why is that?
We like nice round numbers, right?
Yeah.
Centennials, sesquicentennials, the 250th. It gives us a chance to reflect on the country's history, and in this instance, we get to reflect on Kentucky's founding. So it makes a convenient excuse for historians and the public to celebrate anniversaries. In fact, some of the objects that we have here go back to 1876. So it's the country's centennial where they were remembering how the country was founded and how Kentucky was founded. So we have a long tradition as Americans and Kentuckians of celebrating this type of birthday.
I love that everyone's just getting so patriotic, but of course we want to kind of look back on Kentucky's history as well. I see some Daniel Boone things right behind us. Of course, he is actually a really big part of this exhibit.
He is. He has a large place in the imagination and memory of Kentucky's history. So what this exhibit wants to look at is not only the actual founding of Kentucky, and that involves some hard stories about the displacement of Native Americans, but there are also these iconic images that people have in their mind about how Kentucky was founded, and it often involves Boone crossing the Cumberland Gap or standing on some precipice looking out over a valley. And if we've learned anything about Boone in this exhibit, it's that he liked to stand on tall places and look out and point at things in the distance. At least that's what the artists who have commemorated Boone would like us to think, and that image has sort of stuck. So it's hard to escape Boone when you talk about Kentucky's founding. But there are other figures that were of equal or similar importance, and we look at some other personalities in this exhibit as well.
Like who?
Oh, Simon Kenton. We look at Monk Estill. There are a number of characters, and it's one of the devices we use in the exhibit. Some of the people are quite well known, like Isaac Shelby or Thomas Jefferson. We look at Native Americans like Dragon Canoe, who was an important figure. So what we wanted to do is have a diverse set of characters that represented all the different people who were coming into Kentucky during that earlier period.
And also, I love that this is very interactive. Of course, you have a ton of artifacts on display behind the glass, but you can also get really up close and personal. You have a lot of these digital screens that you can actually touch and kind of discover that way too. Why was that important to add to that element?
Well, that contemporary touch, because people have so many different ways that they learn. Contemporary audiences are accustomed to seeing not only objects, but text, but also media. So what we want to do is meet our visitors where they are in terms of how they best learn. So we have digital as well as material culture here.
I love it. What is your favorite part of this exhibit?
Gosh.
I know, put you on the spot,
well,
right?
yeah, you can't choose a favorite. But in the process of selecting, many dozens of objects, I think I like the George Washington coat liner for very odd, for very unusual reasons. This coat belonged to George Washington, but it's just the lining of his coat. So a Kentucky ancestor of his, like a great niece, had this, and this was what was passed down through the family. And it was given to the Kentucky Historical Society in 1926. But it had been destroyed by moths, so the only thing that was left was the lining. So the family felt like it was important that they kept it, So they reassembled the lining, and that became sort of the relic that was passed along through the family.
So neat. Can't believe that this has, really stood this test of time. I mean, it's been in your archives for 100 years now, which is just incredible. So this exhibit is brand new, but it's going to be up for quite a while, right?
This will be up 2 years. We haven't set the closing date, but we expect it to be up for 2 years. There's so much content here, and we want to share it throughout the 250 year, but the longer we can keep exhibits like this up, the more programming we can build out around it over time.
It's going to be a really beautiful exhibit. Can't wait to see, the families that come throughout here, because there's free field trips throughout the rest of the year. It's really going to be good. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
All right, to learn more, just head over to their website, history.ky.gov.